I'm here with Steve. We're outside Old Trafford. Manchester United 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. Steve, we both predicted 2-1, so we weren't far off. But what was the difference?
I didn't think there was enough width from United. They play a back three. You either got to get behind it, you got to get around it. You can't come narrow because the back three wants you narrow. The back three wants you in between where their centre halves are because they can just deal with that. And obviously they've got a couple of midfielders that are going to sit right on you as well. Not enough width, not enough movement, not enough risk. And there's some players that definitely didn't deserve to be on a losing team there. Luke Shaw, Maro and Fellaini. Don't remember him putting a foot wrong. Did a lot right. Didn't think it'd be the game for him today, to be honest.
They're happy.
I mean, yeah,
You always get them.
you got a point, but can't speak English. So, yeah, you know. Yeah, there was some players that just didn't deserve to be on a losing side today, and I thought Fellaini was definitely one of those, and I thought Luke Shaw was definitely one of those. Antonio Valencia there's putting a performance that Jose should just be going, right, as soon as Delo's ready, we can retire Valencia, because what did he do today? He did everything that he always does. He goes and stands in what's a really good position, but when he gets that ball, bangs it back inside.
You're surprised that Delo wasn't on the bench?
No, not at all. Because he said himself, didn't he? He's a young lad that's not played enough in English football, not played enough.
Is it time to just say, who cares if he's a young lad? Well, what he's shown is better than what Valencia showed.
I think he might. I think that performance from Valencia today, imagine Delo was in a lot of those positions today, gives us a double threat on both sides, on both wings.
Now, we do obviously want to be careful that we don't get overexcited, but just the way he whips the ball in is his natural whip. It means that he's going to get so much better deliveries, isn't it?
Yeah, and there was, how many crosses can you count today? And to be fair, I need to say this because I am a big Lukaku fan. I love the guy, but that was the worst performance I've seen from a United shirt.
What's wrong with him today?
There was a time when the ball bounced in the box right in front of him, and he just seemed to. Where's the killer instinct to just put anything on it? Your head, your shoulder, your hand, if you have to, and throw it in the back of the net. He had the chance that was ultimately offside, which he missed entirely. He just. Even when he was doing a step over and trying to beat someone and go around the outside, he was doing nothing. He didn't look like he was going to beat someone. Sometimes he looked, there's shades of like original Ronaldo with him occasionally. Don't misquote me on that. Occasionally, like the raw power when he goes. He looked tired today, didn't he? He looked like he was just well off the pace, and it was just disjointed. I thought Andres Pereira came on and did well. Abdul was just saying a second ago there that should be an audition to start starting games from the guy, and I agree. And it's good.
There's something at home that we need as well. Someone that looks up constantly, like as soon as he gets the ball, he's looking for that forward.
Guy takes a risk, doesn't he? Guy takes a risk, and there's not enough risk a lot of the time in the way United play, and that's why people like Andreas Pereira, because he tries to take. There's so many times where he's dummied something, or he's just changed direction, and he's made space for himself. There's not enough players doing that. He's a really intelligent footballer who's he's Brazilian at heart, isn't he? Well, he's just Brazilian full stop. So he's. Wish I can grow up and be that hard.
One day, Steve. One day.
One day, mate. One day, yeah. But it was an all right performance, but we never got out of second game because of that. A team that's going to surprise a lot of people. They surprised the champions already. Have took points off us today.
Does he look? We win 3 games away from home. At home, we're a completely different team. Do you think that's something to do with it? Maybe the pressure of playing under.
Last season before, teams come here and they park the bus against us. Didn't happen today. You couldn't say that's what Wolves did. Wolves played football against us, and they were very good value for their points. So you just got to say that we weren't good enough today. Simple as that.
A team coming up from the Championship playing football. Why can't we?
Can't answer that question.
If I answer it, I'll be in big trouble. To be fair,
we do play football, but today just wasn't good enough. Simple as that.
Okay, how do we change this draw into a win? Bro, what's going on with Sanchez?
He was turd.
He seems to do an awful lot without doing anything.
He was. Unfortunately today, him and Jesse Lingard are a little bit similar to, like you were saying earlier, this might have been the game for Marshall. This would have been a perfect game for Rashford if he was available for selection. I think Rashford would have been getting in behind there all day long. The weak point of a back three is the space in between the wing back and the centre half. Sanchez isn't getting in between that. Rashford would have got in between that and he'd have got behind it. What can you do?
Derby next. That'll be fun.